Bryan Cranston was in New York yesterday. He came by after yesterday's show, and he was so much fun to hang out with. He stayed for about 30, 40 minutes, and we talked about a variety of things. Obviously, sports, his career, and, of course, Breaking Bad. Here's Bryan Cranston. What do you get walking down the street? Somebody says something to you.
Hey, Heisenberg!
Always.
Yeah, I get the Heisenberg a lot.
Even though you don't look like him.
Well,
you don't get Hal from Malcolm in the Middle because that would be the view. That would be the look.
Not so much anymore. But you know what? I had a porter in a airport one time. He looked at me and he goes, "I know you. You the dad from Malcolm X. You in Malcolm X." I go, "I'm in Malcolm X. You were Malcolm X. You funny. You funny in Malcolm X."
But so you get that normally, though, that they want to know about Breaking Bad.
What about Breaking Bad? A lot about that. Some Seinfeld, and then, I get that a lot. Like an anti-dentite, So I get some of that, and then I get a little bit of Hal, but mostly Breaking Bad.
I told the Danettes, though, to further appreciate Walter, to watch you as Hal and Malcolm in the Middle, how tough was it to get them to believe you could be that kind of character, the audition process there? If
I had a very lucky break, I had got a job as a guest star on X-Files, and the writer-producer on that episode happened to be Vince Gilligan. And that was almost 10 years before Malcolm in the Middle. So I did just the job. I go off. I do Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm stops shooting. We're done for our 7-year run. And up comes this thing. He says, a guy knows you, Vince Gilligan. You worked with him? And I go, I don't know who that is. He says, well, he wants to see you for a thing called Breaking Bad. I go, what does that mean? It's a colloquialism. He's a nice Virginia gentleman. And so I went, okay. And I read this, and it's phenomenal. And it worked out, but only because he was my champion to get that role. Because they were saying, what, the goofy dad from Malcolm to play Walter White? No, I don't. That's not a good idea.
But when you read that, was there an episode that made you, squirm a little bit? Are we going too far with this? Or could Walter go too far on Breaking Bad?
It was held in such gentle hands by Vince. He agonized over every second of that thing. In fact, whenever he directed our show and he was asked a question and he was wondering specifically, he would literally tap his forehead like, is that the right thing? And do I have it all? Do I have it all? And he would agonize over that. And, the color, if Skylar's toenail polish is red, he would agonize over what shade of red. It was like, oh my God. I mean, to that point, it was, and that's why it became what it is, because of his attention to detail.
How important was comedy to be inserted in Breaking Bad?
It was really important. In the beginning, you'll see there was more of it in the earlier parts of the series than as we got later on, because it seemed inappropriate at times. There was so much drama and life and death issues that it became a little more difficult.
And when Saul came in,
yeah.
He was humor as soon as he showed up on the screen.
Just the way he is, And I don't know if you ever noticed, his diploma from his law school is from America Samoa University. It's just perfect. It's like American Samoa University. It's like, oh.
I saw you on the Sony lot. Do you remember this when you were in character?
I remember every single time I've seen you.
And you tap me and you're like, hey, and I turn around and you're in character. And it stunned me a little bit. And then I'm realizing it's kind of hard to not go around with your head shaved. I'm guessing if you're playing a guy with cancer, right?
Well, I must have. I don't know why I would have been in character.
This was a distributors all over the world. John Legend was performing.
Oh, okay, yes, I know what you're talking.
And so it's on the Sony lot.
Yeah.
And you're walking around.
So, yeah, because I'm putting on Walter White's clothes and glasses and things like that, and you're kind of they're expecting a little taste of that character, so I put it on, and I think I just wanted to scare you.
Yeah, you did. You did. What do you want to talk about today?
Oh, gosh. Well, we got so much. I mean, how can you not talk about March Madness? But I do want to talk about Power Rangers.
Okay.
I got some swag for you guys, by the way.
I like it.
Some Power Ranger swag. Look at that. That's a cool hat.
I like that.
Is that not a cool hat?
I like that.
Because it's just kind of simple, right? And then for you.
But doesn't that look like Wonder Boy for the National? The bat?
No, I think the lightning bolt was the other way.
Let's check. There could be a trademark. You could get sued here by the end of this show.
You're taking a crap on my whole thing
sorry.
here. Just
I apologize.
My God.
I'm just observing. That's all.
I'm almost not wanting to give you the pink. But I will give you the pink one.
Anatomically correct.
Anatomically. You know, the president may say you can grab her by
Wow.
Wow. No, here's the big gun.
This is the big reveal. Okay.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Oh. Look at that.
Okay.
What camera on that one?
Whatever one you want to be on.
Look at that. Okay, and I also got a red one.
A red and blue Power Ranger.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
Now, isn't the blue Power Ranger last name Cranston?
Very good. You would have won a prize.
A blue Power Ranger is what I just won.
Yeah, you won a blue Power Ranger.
That is nice.
Yes, it is. When the show first came over to the United States from Japan, they had to dub it all in English, and they had to give it American-sounding names. So they had to find names. And now I was called in. I got a job at Saban doing the dubbing. And I would come in and do the dubbing. But I would always play like the bad guys, you know. You will not defeat me. I will, you know. Mirror. And they always do, but mirror on the floor. You know, this is the first step to war or something, you know, some crazy.
Well, I'm looking at
like
your
that.
bio, and they said, what is your strong suit? And they said, powerful voice. Like, that's what you're known for.
Who said that?
I have a whole article.
Like a Wikipedia thing?
Yes, it says you're known for your powerful voice.
I don't know who wrote that.
Nothing else. You just have a great...
I think that's true.
A great voice. All right, so Power Rangers.
So, yeah, the Power Rangers come over. I start to do the dubbing into English, and they have to give the Power Rangers names. And, okay, this one's name is Billy. Okay, what's Billy's last name? And it's like, I don't know. Hey, well, Cranston's here. Billy Cranston. Fine, Billy Cranston. And so I'm named after the Blue Power Ranger. How about that? That's pretty cool. So that's it.
No, the Power Ranger is named after you.
Well, the Power
You're not named.
That's right. Yeah, I'm named Power Ranger. Bryan Power Ranger.
All right, can you stay? Can we come back?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk sports?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
All right, and you sent us a text when you sent in your bracket.
Yeah.
We'll reveal that when we return.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big reveal. It's a big
reveal?
Big tease.
It's a tease.
Holy.
So come on back.
All right.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Right after this. By the way, coming up in about, after the interview, he has one of the great presentations, one of the great gifts that we'll ever be able to display in the man cave. I'm not over-exaggerating. It's probably a top 5 movie prop that he brought in for us. So he came bearing gifts in a variety of ways. Bryan Cranston, the great actor, and we started out the second part of the interview talking about his new movie. The new Power Rangers movie hits theaters next Friday. That'll be March 24th. We were just talking about one of our favorite acting scenes. I don't know if you were acting or not, but it was one of our favorite scenes. It's Comic-Con, and you basically put a guy in his place who asked you if you had fun on Breaking Bad. Poor guy. He built up the courage to ask you a question about, did you enjoy?
Yeah. Did I enjoy Albuquerque? Yeah. Where did you go when you were in Albuquerque?
Mr. Cranston, when you're in Albuquerque, did you get out? Have any fun?
Well, I visited your mom a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The truth is I did visit his mom a lot. That's the thing. That's the irony of the whole thing. Yeah. No.
All right. What sports do you want to talk? I know it's March Madness.
Yeah.
But are you a big sports guy?
I am. Always have been, and born and raised in Los Angeles, and I'm a homer. So everybody there from, of course, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings, and the Rams, until they deserted me. They broke up with me and left for another city. So they were sleeping with St. Louis for a long time, and then they wanted to come back and have a relationship again. And I went, wait, slow down. I'm not that kind of girl. I don't just hop in bed with another team. You know, I can smell St. Louis on you. Oh.
Can they win you back?
They could, and I think they're heading in the right direction. You know, they've got a young, energetic coach who is supposed to be this phenom. You know, this offensive organizer.
McVay.
Yeah, McVay, and I think it's possible. And basically, he's got to buy into our quarterback, and if he doesn't, then we're nowhere.
I don't think he would have taken the job if he didn't buy into Goff.
Right.
I'm guessing, because you've wasted all those draft picks, or you might have, but, you know, now you got to embrace him and hopefully get your offense in there, and hopefully something magical can happen. Has a team ever broke your heart? Like, you ever cried at a sporting event?
Well, I got to tell you that the couple times when listening to Vince Scully growing up, just hearing his voice call games, and, you know, the big home run in 1974, Gibson's home run. Is that 74?
That would have been
that was
90,
it was
88? 88 off Eckersley.
Boy, see, it gets, boy, long time ago.
Well, you're a lot older than me.
A lot older than you.
Actually, I think you're 3 months older than me.
Is that right?
2 months older.
I'm March 7,
I'm
56.
May 15th.
56?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm 61, you're 60, yeah.
Favorite sports movie is what?
Well, you mentioned The Natural earlier. That was pretty cool. I like Bull Durham a lot. I thought that was fun.
Costner was great. But, you know, Susan Sarandon was
Susan
the
Sarandon.
star.
But I got to tell you, when I was in junior high school, I saw the original Bryan song.
Yeah.
And it made me cry. Just wept. There was nothing like that before.
Is there a sports movie that you would want to be involved in?
The Renee Richards story.
And you would be Renee Richards?
That's right. No, actually,
but in today's society of doing something like that,
it's not.
Like, people might be interested in Renee Richards' story and somebody playing that role.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question.
It's not out of the question. Although Renee is a pioneer.
Was a man.
Yes.
And I think like an ophthalmologist.
Yeah, a doctor.
Yeah, and then transitioned into being a female, and then played
when
tennis.
This was ridiculous, when this was unheard of.
I think we stumbled onto something.
We've done it.
If you win the Academy Award for this role, you will thank this show.
I'm going to bring the whole show out to the
Well
Oscars. Now we're talking. We're going to party it down.
La La Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't there. No, I was back. I'm doing a movie in Philly at the time right now, so that's where I was.
Have you gone to the Academy Awards?
I was nominated.
I know. You don't have to always go, though. Trumbo.
No, yeah, I was nominated for Trumbo, and that's the only time I would go, is if I'm nominated or if I'm asked to present.
Oh, okay.
You know, then I go.
Have you presented?
I have not. I have not.
Oh, sorry about that.
I have not been asked.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's all right. I've got the Power Rangers coming up.
You do.
Yeah. Which is sure to be an Oscar nomination, because the old guard of Hollywood loves Power Rangers.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. But that's the key, is you have to do something that this old guard is going to appreciate.
Yeah, in essence, anything that is big and splashy and commercial, a tentpole movie of the summer, that's not going to happen unless there's special effects or visual effects or music will get attention in that area. But very, very rarely would an actor or a writer or director get nominated for something like that.
But if you did Breaking Bad as a movie, then you could win an Academy Award, because there was this transition.
No, but Breaking Bad would have made a terrible movie.
Why?
Because you would have to have truncated all the story.
Oh, I know that, but you could have made a movie out of it, and you're transitioning into this Walter White character from a teacher to this drug lord is That's what they look at those kind of things.
Well, they look at those things, but I think, I mean, it was supposed to be a television series because it was like a book. It was like a visualization of a novel because you take it and every episode was like a new chapter, and you had to take your time and peel the onion slowly to see, oh my God, what is it? And if it was a 2-hour movie, you'd have to get to things very quickly.
I'm trying to get you an Academy Award. Okay.
Well, you're not doing a very good job.
You're not going to do it with Power Rangers.
Listen, I think I can get an Emmy just by guest appearance on the Dan Patrick Show.
How would you do as hosting this?
I think we do pretty well.
Would you
want
it?
The Bryanettes?
Yes. Whoa. Wow.
Maybe. You got a little defensive on that. You're like, oh my God! All of a sudden, he's renamed the guys.
Well, I'm an actor, so I always have that to fall back on.
I see. When's the last time you've acted?
When's the last time? The Sandler movie?
Ridiculous 6?
Yeah, I've been in.
Oh, Ridiculous
How many
6.
movies have I been in? I've lost track.
14?
Yeah, I think about 13 or 14.
They're films, Brian.
This was a setup, wasn't it? I don't know. How many movies have I been in? I've lost track. Boom! 14?
You know,
14.
I played Abe Lincoln.
Did you play Abe?
Yeah, I did.
In what?
In an Adam Sandler movie. Don't act like you didn't see it. See, now you're acting, Brian.
What?
Yeah, now.
Whoa, what?
You also have a show on Amazon, Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete.
It was really.
It's cool.
Giovanni Ribisi is awesome in there.
Yeah, man.
And you play a bad guy.
I play.
But a different kind of bad guy.
I played. He's a different kind of bad guy. He's a former NYPD guy, a little dirty. So he's a homegrown guy, and he wants to feel his oats, and he's a tough guy, you know. And so you're talking about Carolina.
You have
the young lady,
the brunette.
The brunette who was
now.
On the
Does
show.
your wife have to approve co-stars?
No, I do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how that works. Though.
Yeah, that's how that works, Dan.
Because you kind of get.
I've been married for 28 years, so we're set. We're good. So this is like legalized flirtation. This is as close as I get to having an affair.
But you've had nude scenes before.
I have.
Julia Roberts?
No, it's always been by myself.
Were you in wait, is that right? Were you with Julia Roberts?
Yeah, well, on Seinfeld, I dated her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dated on the show.
But have you done a nude scene in a movie?
Aside
from Older White,
I did a nude scene in a movie called Larry Crown, and that was with Julia Roberts. I was married to her.
Yeah.
I did kind of a strip scene, semi-nude in Rock of Ages. I did. Yeah. I'm often without clothes.
But Julia has a lot of clothes on. You don't.
Julia was very.
Clothes.
Yes, she was scared. She was very nervous. I was completely naked on top of Julia Roberts, and she was like, "Ugh." Of course, I don't blame her. If I was on top of me like that, I'd go "Ugh," as well. But she had.
Do you have anything on?
I had a little patch in the front. Well, I don't
What's
mean little.
little.
I don't mean little. Can I take that back? Can we roll that tape back?
Yeah, I'm going to edit that out.
I had this huge patch in the front. That was the only thing I was wearing.
But you walk into that scene.
Yeah.
Like it's or do you like take off your robe and then.
You take off the robe.
Oh, no.
You want me to describe? I walk into the scene.
Slow down.
I turn off the lights. I light a candle and turn on some soft music. And then. Do I have you yet?
Does she giggle at all?
She's giggling the whole way
Julia
through.
Roberts is giggling at your package.
Well, no. She's not giggling at. She's, for all I know, she's sneaking a peek. I don't know. But I'm naked and she's under the covers and she's telling, Tom Hanks directed that, and Tom is trying to pull the covers off of her, saying, "You guys are." He's trying to make love to you, and you're. And so you have to be somewhat unclothed. And she goes, no. And so we're pulling down her like sweatshirt and pulling it down off her shoulders and further. And Tom keeps trying to tug it down. And she's like tugging up. And then we figured, well, why don't we do this? Why don't my body cover the parts that we think would be naked by now? And so I was like, so we're positioning my naked body. Meanwhile, we're worried about, showing any kind of cleavage. She's very shy. She's a sweet girl, good actor, but very shy and demure.
You're in a movie with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
And we co-starred in a movie, Just Go With It. It was Aniston and Kidman.
Yeah, I don't think you did you co-star?
I'm on stage with her. I do a scene with Kidman and Aniston.
Do you? Okay.
Guys, I'm not making stuff up here.
Co-starred. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on stage.
Yeah, okay.
I co-starred in that scene with them.
Well, I think that's true. I don't know why they're giving you Bryanettes. Come on.
The movie is Power Rangers. You play Zordon.
Zordon. Yeah, Zordon. Not Zordon.
But it feels like that was you. Okay, I said Zordon. I Zorda said Zordon.
Yeah, you Zorda
And it
did.
hits theaters next Friday, March 24th. By the way, we got his brackets. He's in March Madness. And you did send us... Fritzy, do you have Brian's tweet, his text that he sent?
I know it was something along the lines of...
That's not the answer I want.
Could I say that word on the air?
Well, we can bleep it out.
It was like, I got the winner. Just like, take that, beep. Yes.
Yes.
Why can't you say that on the air?
I don't know.
I was just being extra careful. I'd rather you say it than me.
We said it all the time on Breaking Bad. Yeah. Aaron Paul said it constantly.
Yeah, he did.
But, here's the
you
first
got
thing.
West Virginia winning it all.
West Virginia. Who else is going to pick West Virginia?
Right there.
You did?
I
did.
Mountaineers.
He went to West Virginia.
Wow.
Yep.
So you were kind of excited when you saw that, right?
Yeah, I was like,
let's
my
go.
man, I'm not all alone on this island.
Oh, let's go.
There's another loser here with me. Yeah. Take that.
Who did you have playing them in the final game?
I have Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah, and West Virginia's beat.
I think Louisville's going to beat Kansas, and I think it's going to be North Carolina in against West Virginia.
Interesting.
I think Villanova will be knocked out as well.
He plays Zordon in the new Power Rangers movie. It hits theaters next Friday, March 24th. Thanks for stopping by.
It's been great, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. This time, I really enjoyed coming into the studio.
Wait,
really
you sound
nice.
surprised.
Well, because I've only been on the phone before.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be in L.A. in May, first week of May.
You are?
Yeah. I don't know if...
Oh, no, I got something to do that day.
No, I was going to go over to your house. I'm going to have dinner. I was going to go see your wife.
Let's call our mutual friend. We'll go out to lunch or something. You want? You know who I'm talking
Yes,
about?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right.
So, sounds good.
Call Tom Hanks and we'll go out to lunch. Mutual friend. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. Okay, so yes, I'm shooting a movie with Kevin Hart and Nicole Kidman right now called The Untouchable. And it's about a guy, he cannot control his bodily movements. And so the prop department created this little device here. And what this is, connected to monofilament fishing wire, is an ability for me to pull it, and I get an erection underneath the sheets, just like so. And what's interesting is that this is anatomically correct, too. This is
That's the scale?
I have
the black part of it.
I have a discoloration at the top. It's a discoloration. Not proud of it, but I also have a simple hinge connected. Yeah, it's really.
I'm going to a dermatologist.
Yeah, it's like, so this is. I actually used this in the movie, and I was like, what are you doing? I don't know. Anyway,
So they let you keep it?
this is So we kept this. I would like to actually donate this to the Dan Patrick.
Wow, that's amazing.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.